Hi. I'm gonna do Samson, Greedia. We're still in Greedia. We're not out yet. At the very least, we're gonna try and get the Keeper. Whether or not that happens before we kind of complete Greedia for all of the characters we have available to us, I can't really say. Does it make sense to go into the curse room so that we take some damage and trigger Samson's passive? Nah. Let's just play. So right now I'm a little bit like, so we lost the streak again, and I'm not super confident tonight. So my reason for not being confident is nothing to do with Isaac, really. Oh no. Oh, okay, I'm just gonna hit that now, because I need to start recognizing that as soon as certain enemies spawn, like these meat guys, like I'm about to just start freaking out. And I need to hit the button and just like work the situation out in a way that favors me a little bit more, rather than like playing to the whims of Greedia mode. Ow. It's okay with Samson. The more damage we take, the more powerful we become. So it's now, I mean, what is this? This is like Wednesday's Isaac, and it's Monday. I'm ahead of schedule, more so than usual. I have a lot to work with here. We're gonna have to keep playing, I think. We have a strength card in case of emergency. More meat guys is not fun for me. Honestly, depending on what spawns here. Okay, this is fine. This is manageable. Sorry, I'm stressed again. Some of these Greedia runs. Okay, well that's me dead. I didn't really consider that was a champion. Experimental treatment, sure. This was bad. This was actually just straight bad. Although we did get HP up. It's not so bad now. No strength card is a little bit worrying. More HP is less worrying. Let me take care of these. I need to stop hitting that button. I don't think anything good has ever happened when hitting that button. I think its purpose is just to spawn enemies in the event that I need some like charge or something. Yeah, we're gonna have to send it and like pray that the run-in is the first however many levels or waves are a little more forgiving than the last. Because I mean this is not really much of anything. Right? Like, it's more HP is good for Samson, but like we don't have anything else. We kind of rely, this is like high risk, moderate reward at the moment, which I'm not a huge fan of. Oh my god. But yeah, I'm ahead of schedule. It's Monday. I just started work again for the week. It's been alright. I have not been sleeping too well, as per usual. I've taken to just being awake all night now. Like, just kind of being up at 3 a.m. and knowing that that's me for at least like another 2 hours. Which isn't great. Ah, fuck. And I'm working on it as best I can. But, you know, it's a process because, you know, at some point in order to break that cycle, you have to stay awake beyond your, like, body's desire to do so. Or you have to sleep when you don't want to, when you're not that tired somehow. Either of those things I have quite a difficult time doing. At the moment, it's kind of seeming like the more likely option is that I stay awake beyond my body's desire to do so. But I have to actually do that, and so far it's not really working out. I'm like, you know, I'm staying up until like 5 p.m. and then I'm like, ooh man, I'm real sleepy. and then it's just kind of lights out from there. I have very little ability to like ward that off. And I think that's really the one major hurdle for me at the moment in terms of like getting myself back on track. Honestly. And then I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna save myself the 5 coins. in favor of a small damage up. I mean, it's something, and like we get bonuses on hit. I'm not a fan of the fact that all of our runs keep starting with us getting on hit effects. I don't really care for any of this. I will take a heart so that we don't necessarily die immediately. And then we're gonna just kind of ride it. I'm glad that we're nearly done with Greedia. I think another problem that I'm having is that with my sleep and also my diet has like very suddenly gotten worse again. I was in a really good place and then it started to kind of dip again. We are currently in that dip. I'm trying to get out of it. This is a little stressful. I kind of want to get rid of the Duke first because he's like a much easier target, but you know, he's proving a little tricky at the moment. I don't have a lot of range, I think, is my immediate problem. There we go. Anyway, so yeah, my diet has been suffering. I think it's partially to do with my sleep as well, because I wake up at some unreasonable hour. I'm like, well, I don't really want to cook now. It's like, you know, stupid o'clock at night. And I've got, like, other stuff to do. So I gotta get back on top of that. I don't really know how it happened. But it did, because I was getting back on top of it again. It was getting better, and then it just kind of fell out of routine again. Whoa. We're gonna keep going for the moment. This is a little more manageable, I think. They are all champions, which I don't love. But Larry is, like, not so tough. As long as you're, like, not too risky. Like that. But I mean, yeah, it's always like a catch-22 in my head, because I feel like part of the problem is that I'm not sleeping right, part of it's that I'm not eating right. And this is a problem I've had for like years and years and years. But it seems to me that I'm not eating right because I'm tired, and I'm not sleeping right because I'm not tired at random points. So like the sleep is responsible for a lot of it. I end up maybe also falling asleep at bad times because I'm, like, eating food at bad times. You know, the middle of the day will roll around, I'll order a massive hot meal. Sorry, my mouth was so dry. I'll order an enormous hot meal, and then be surprised when I fall asleep, you know? There's no good reason to be surprised. I just ate a massive hot meal. It's, obviously I'm gonna get tired. That's pretty good, petrified poop. I don't think we got a ton of poops lying around, though. I kind of want to do... Ooh, this. Thank you. And then with this, we're going to buy... probably the gift. Because I think we're going to get an angel deal this floor. So I'm going to buy the gift. And then if we get enough money for the stapler as well, that would be amazing. But I think getting an extra angel item is going to take precedence for us here. Just in terms of trying to turn this run into something. Because right now it's not much of anything. We have like a couple of on-hit effects. We're 2/3 of the way to spun. Like, that's not a lot. I'm just going to go ahead and hit this because I'm like immediately nervous. I just feel like our health is a little lower than I would like. I don't really want to spend money on health, but like we might just have to. Can you stop this? My goodness. Like I said, I think yesterday, I get really frustrated when I get caught in the loop of the same move over and over again. It just drives me nuts. If I can avoid spending more money, I would like to, although I don't think I'm going to get enough for the stapler. It's Greedia, so I literally don't think we drop enough coins to... I don't think we drop enough coins to get another 15-cent item this floor. This is unfortunate. This is less unfortunate. I just, as soon as there are too many enemies, I just start panicking, you know? My brain just enters shutdown mode. Power Saver. That was one of the weirdest like backhanded compliments I've ever received from someone. It was like an employer. I was doing like some freelance work. This needs to get hit. And he said that he really liked that I was like he said I was like a laptop on battery saver mode. In that I could get like all of the main functions of a laptop, you know, or, you know, of a person executed, but, you know, just to the needed, like, the needed standard, and not much more. But with, like, low energy, like, sort of output, or input, I guess. That I guess that I seemed quite low energy, but I got enough done. Not a lot done, but, like, enough done. Ooh, this is bad. I've gambled and I've lost. Hold on. Okay, I'm feeling a little less tense. This is fine, this is fine. We're fine. It got a little worrying for a minute there. We are, at the moment, 1 coin shy, which I think we can make back for the stapler. I'm honestly... I know I just had a panic because I thought I'd gambled and lost, but I'm of the opinion that the smart move here is... I don't have any more bombs. To push my luck a little bit further in the hopes that I get... Angel... Oh, there's a lot of bosses to fight, though. With 1 heart, like, a champion just ends me. 12 minutes in, too. I don't want to do it, is the problem. There's nothing in the angel room that'll give me money or bombs. I could get flight. I'm doing it. I'm out of control. This is fine. I'm gonna hit this. This is absolutely fine. I think we did the right thing. But yeah, it was a weird air quotes compliment. Now I gotta hope we get 1 coin here. We got a little bit more than that. We did get quite possibly the worst boss though, so I'm not too confident. But maybe if we're lucky, he'll just keep sitting here like this. Ow. And we won't actually have to, like, deal with him in any serious capacity. Just keep chilling. I don't want to, like, say anything because I don't want to throw myself off here. Oh, no. There we go. The flies came in clutch at the last second. We do have to fight 1 more wave. So we can now take the stapler. Oh, that's really nice too. We don't have the money for it though, so we'll take a couple hearts. Hey, that all worked out pretty nicely. So now we've got slightly nicer starting damage without having to, like, take a bunch of damage ourselves in order to rank it up. We've got 2 angel item pulls coming this floor, which will be really nice. And should put us in quite a strong position. That is not great. That is better. Minimum. Angelic Prism is, like, kind of useless to us at the moment. We can check the curse room, I guess, but, like, I don't love it. I really don't love that. With Samson, it's just a bad idea. It's just not worth it. Okay. What happens if we shoot you through? Okay, nothing. Let's just go down. At the moment, it's a pretty dead run. We're gonna hold out on you. Like, it's a pretty nothing run. Like, there's nothing exciting about it. We have Angelic Prism, which is pretty irrelevant for us. We have Holy Water, which is good, but I don't know if it's like run-winning good. Especially not on Greed. God, we kind of walked away from that Angel deal a little disappointed. This is frustrating. What helps us here? Like, just more ways to kill, you know? Like, not even necessarily more just damage. Just more ways to kill. Or more HP, so that we can survive longer and do more damage over time. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm kind of a bit lost. This is annoying. I'm better, right? I don't feel sick, but I've started to get all phlegmy again. Like, I don't feel ill, but I can't breathe, which maybe, you know, some people might constitute as not feeling well, as not being able to breathe. Personally, those two are not one and the same in my head. This is, again, it's fine. Like, I don't know. None of this is too exciting as part of this run. We could save up for Squeezy, maybe. That was unfortunate that we hit the spiders with that. But we baited him onto it. What's this guy's name? Is this Bob? I can never remember. Is this the infamous Bob? Ow? That's unfortunate. This thing flies, so our Holy Water doesn't do anything to him. Oh yeah, this guy can't fire sideways. Okay, well. Evidently I'm not 100% right. Okay, we can afford Squeezy. That's pretty good. Odd Mushroom. Yeah, I mean, I guess we could just start going for tears. That might be the way forward for us. It might be quite a dangerous time to keep pushing for more damage and tears upgrades, considering how little health we have. But honestly, like, in the state we're in right now, I don't love playing for HP. I kind of want to secure, like, I don't really want to play the long game and hope that we get some damage to apply with our HP later. I would rather get damage, get kill potential, survive off of that, and then get more HP. Trisation is good. I like Trisation. I don't know if everyone else likes it, but I like it. We're gonna take you. And we're feeling a tiny bit better. Like, not by much. It's definitely still not a one run. Hold on, I'm getting comfortable. But it's a run that's happening. Glass Eye is damage up and luck up. We don't have anything that really works with our luck. Maybe God's Flesh? Question mark. We can check our curse room. Pretty worth. Sorry, my nose is all blocked up. Like I said, I'm all phlegmy and gross. We can't really do anything else right now. Let me quickly... I gotta tuck some of my hair up into my headphones because it's getting in my face and bothering me. There we go. Alright. I like Trisation a lot. I just like how it feels, you know? I just like the way that it, like, is Spectral Tears, but it's not Spectral Tears. You know? And I like that these shots hang around. It's just, it feels good. It feels like a good item, even though, like, I can't feel any actual damage effects from it. I don't think it really helps our damage too much, but it feels nice. It's got good UX. That's user experience for those who aren't aware. Ow. What was so the job that I was doing, right? The job that I was doing when I was working for the guy who said that I was like a laptop on Power Saver. I was doing like a video marketing thing. This was like another era of my life where that was a thing that I thought about doing. I'm not really interested in it anymore. Like, it would have been good, but, you know, it's very, I don't know. I'd have to be a lot more into capitalism than I am at the moment, probably, in order to partake. I'd have to be a lot more active in the system. I don't really care about any of this. In fact, I do care about a key. I mean, this is pretty good, actually. Okay. Welp. Bird's Eye scales with our now 2 luck stat. So I'm suddenly thinking more luck would be kind of cool. Now we're starting to find our way into an actual build here. Ow. So yeah, it was video marketing stuff, and when I say video marketing stuff, I mean like it was a really weird, sketchy company that sold like bootleg products that not really bootleg per se, but like the kind of like shitty infomercial products that like no one in their right mind would ever use. And I had to make like just ads for them basically. Like promotional videos for the internet. And I had good ideas and I was excited to make them. And what essentially went wrong was I had to write up an invoice for everything. And I kind of goofed it up. I like, you know, massively under budgeted myself. And then tried to make everything on this incredibly low budget. Sure. And obviously it didn't quite work out. And I panicked. And kind of lucky for me, but not quite in the end. The folks that I was working for did not uphold their end of the bargain, which was sending me the products that I was supposed to be marketing. They sent me like 1 of 3, and so I couldn't market the other products. I couldn't make the ads for the other products, I should say. And so, like, I couldn't really do it. Like, I could start it, but I couldn't finish it. And I kept saying, well, I don't want to start shooting until I have all the products. Because, like, I have to go to certain locations and do certain things for each ad. And I, like, you know, I didn't budget or plan for, like, multiple trips and multiple shoots. So I kept insisting that I needed the product, and they kept insisting that I'd get them eventually. And it reached a point where I had been at this for long enough that I was no longer like, I was like prospectively losing money, so to speak, over just having like a job. So I needed to go and get like an actual job. And so I basically wrote to my then employer saying like, hey, you need to fix up, otherwise I can't do this because I need money to live. And that didn't really work out. They were essentially like, no, make the videos that we've given you the stuff for. And I said, well, it's not going to work like that. So I said if they weren't going to work with me on this, I would have to quit. And they said it essentially worked out that I was in breach of contract rather than them. And I ended up having to pay back the money that they had paid for. I ended up having to return all the equipment that they had paid for. I missed this out. They paid for a full set of film equipment for me that I had budgeted for. And this was the first problem, right? I had budgeted for film equipment, but not done it properly. I don't really care about flight. I don't really care about that. I think we just want to take the chalice for the Holy Grail for the 1 HP. I think that's honestly just the choice we're making here. But what we can do is this. Uh-oh. Not worth. And then we're going to go down. A little bit disappointing, but oh well. Ooh, that's good money. Oh, I had a key. I could have opened that. Oh well. I actually can't use the key on the door, so I really did want to open that chest. Is there another here? Nope. And we're like pretty close to the end of the run. That was actually quite bad that I goofed that up. Let's see here. An HP up. Trinket +1 luck while held. I'll take that for the bird's eye. Let's generate a trinket. We don't... Ironically, we don't want 4.5 volt for a change. Let's take lunch. And we'll wait and see for the heart. As per usual, like, I'm kind of at a point where I'm like, this doesn't feel like a 1 run. This actually feels maybe like a loss. Trisasian is doing bits though. Trisasian's kind of pog. So yeah, I ended up forking out a bunch of money. Because I had to return this film equipment, and then I had to pay back the money that they had given to me to pay for like actors and shots and food, shoots and food and stuff like that. So in the end, I took quite a tremendous L. Because I had to fork... I basically had to pay £300 for the privilege of trying to shoot these ads, which was not great. I think, yeah, I was thinking it was about 300 in the end. Was this kind of on-top costs that I had to cover myself? So that was unfortunate. And that was the last time I really got involved with like freelance work. It was also the first. Uh-oh. Yeah, it wasn't a great experience. It was very awkward too, because I didn't really know what I was doing. And I kind of screwed myself from the get-go. I wish I'd had more, like, more contacts that I could have used to, like, better understand what I needed to do. But I didn't really have anyone, you know? I knew how to, like, I wasn't a director. I was more like a writer, but I was being treated as a director. You know? And that wasn't ideal. This is trash. This sucks. Let's take this. Let's take this. And let's leave. We'll take the random syringe effect. And hope that we get one in Ultra Greed that's like really good. I will note, we've had 2 out of 3 syringes for spun on like almost every Greedio run we've done. But we've never actually managed to get spun. Which is kind of a bummer. Ooh. Thank you. I want some money to donate ideally. A lot of hanging keepers with money, with coins in their eyes. Which I think means that they have money inside of them. Thank you to Infamy for the protect there. Damage is like kind of bad. I think a big chunk of our damage actually comes from our Spear of Destiny, which I don't want to use because we have to get so close up to this guy. This is going to be a long one at least. Like, we luckily don't really have to get close to him to deal good damage. Or to deal damage, not necessarily good damage. So we can play pretty safe. but also, like, it's gonna take ages. I'm just gonna do this. Uh-oh. Let me out. Ow. Hold on, I want these. Ooh. Oh, no. Nope, 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 nope. Yeah, I don't have a lot to contribute now. I'm just trying to, like, focus up so I can beat this guy so we don't have to play Samson anymore. Because I thought Samson was kind of well equipped for greed mode. But so far, every run we've done as him has been kind of trash. Doesn't feel that good. So I just kind of want to get him out of the way. More so than I usually want to get greedier runs out of the way. This is a little spooky. Ow. Is this close enough to trigger the spear? Yeah, I haven't really done any freelance work since then. After that, I worked at the gas station that I've talked about a few times. And then, after that, I got a job doing what I do now. And not the job that I have now. I've, like, moved around in the industry. But, you know, I started doing what I do now. I started working in the field I work in now. We got there. Alright, he's getting low. We still got most of our HP. This is fine. I've been complaining about nothing. The good thing is, this build is well suited to this section of the fight. Where like 100 dudes come flying out of nowhere. I don't know what they're all running towards. Yeah, I don't... There's, like, other weird stuff that happened during that, like, section of my life, where, like, specifically with that job that I was working, but I don't know if I should talk about any of it. I feel like it's, like, kind of private. You know? Kind of top secret. It was quite cool, though. I mean, I felt very out of place doing a lot of that stuff, because I worked for... I keep calling him my employer and I worked for him and things like that, but, like, I never actually did the job in the end. Like, I started it, but I never actually finished. So it feels a little weird to call them my employer. But, or my client, even, would still feel kind of wrong. But the, Sorry, I was just thinking, like, it's weird to call them my client considering I never really did a job for them and I never really got paid. Instead, it was just, like, rather than a client, just a guy who screwed me over for a lot of money. You know? And it's frustrating because I was there, maybe it was a little exploitative. I can't tell if he genuinely thought that I was, like, you know, smart and capable enough to do the things that he had me doing. Or if he saw me as someone that he could always just win against. You know what I mean? Because he had me sit there and, like, draft up a contract with him, and he was very upfront about, like, I'm gonna write this term, I'm gonna write that term, are you okay with this, you okay with that? And I was like, yeah, that sounds good, I don't see how you could exploit that against me. Well, I was wrong. Anyway, I'm fine now. I'm doing better than ever. That's another win under our belts. We are still not that close, I think, to unlocking Keeper, but we now only have 1, 2, 3, 4 people left to complete Greedier on, which feels pretty good. Yeah, anyway, I hope you had a good time, I sure did. If you made it this far into the video, thank you very much, and I will see you tomorrow, bye!